Mr. Bobby Bones.
Well, let's start the podcast. I can do Eddie first one. LA is crazy. I was not part of the racist incident. So this is not my racist story.
I don't know what it is. Me and Ubers. Because, like, remember in New Orleans, had a crazy story in New Orleans.
What was your New Orleans story?
Where I was going to put my suit in the front seat, and the lady had, like, a bag of trash, just threw it on the street. She's like, here, put your suit right there.
That wasn't racism, though.
No,
that was littering.
It was just littering.
That was littering. Not as bad as racism, but still, yeah, unfortunate. So we went to Los Angeles for a couple days. Show's been on the last couple days, but I filled in for Rich Eisen, massive from ESPN back in the day. He works for NFL Network. He went on vacation, and so I went and filled a couple days. But so we stayed in LA for 2 days. And at times we'd be split apart. So Eddie and Reed would get in an Uber. And what happened?
Yeah, Reed wanted to go to Venice Beach. So we get an Uber and we're almost to Venice. And our Uber driver kind of turns on a street and pulls in front of a truck. And the truck just lays the horn for like 30 seconds. Like, we're like, what is happening? And then the Uber driver's like, dude, puts his arms up like, whoa, what do you want? Like, what do you want?
Your Uber driver was what race?
He's a white dude.
Okay.
And the guy in the truck was a Hispanic fella. And so we get to a stoplight, and then the truck pulls up right next to us. And the Hispanic guy rolls the window down. He's like, boom, 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 starts yelling.
Are you scared at that point?
Oh, yeah.
That he may pull out a gun?
We're in L.A.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm scared. And then the Uber driver's like, what do you want? But didn't roll the window down, thank God. But he was like yelling through the window, what are you going to do about it, Chewy? Huh?
Oh.
You do something, Chewy? And I'm like, oh, Chewy.
So Reed didn't know, because Reed is younger and white and didn't understand that Chewy was, I wouldn't say a racist term, but he was using a name.
Just a blanket
like
Hispanic name.
A Hispanic nickname. Yeah.
It's like doing Carlos, Jose, whatever.
Yeah.
He yelled Chewy at the dude.
Huh.
What if he didn't know Chewy, though? Do you think there was a chance they knew each other?
No chance.
Oh, no.
Because Chewy wanted to kill him.
And you were a little concerned?
Well, and I was thinking to myself, too, like, does he not know that I'm Hispanic?
Oh, that's a good point, too.
I'm in the back seat, and
Chewy's in the back seat as well. Okay. He's surrounded by Chewy's.
Interesting.
I didn't go with them, had another meeting, but Venice Beach is where they do all the muscles.
They work out.
Yeah. They call it Muscle Beach, right? And Eddie was saying they had music on, and the guys would they knew people were watching.
There was this one guy who looked like he was a competitive bodybuilder, and he was oiled up and everything. He would just do like a couple curls, and then like the crowd would be like, woo!
Oh, they would cheer?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have like tip jars out?
No.
Is this like their job?
I don't think you can get to them.
Oh.
Can you walk on the floor?
Anyone can work out in there.
Oh, really? I've never been.
There was an older dude, like maybe like a 60-year-old.
So you could have hopped in and did some 15, some curls?
100%. Yeah, it's just like a community gym outside with with benches and weights and everything.
I thought you had to either pay or no. One of the guys that I know, because we were out there and he called me and he goes, hey, what are you doing? I said, we're going to go try to find some food. I'm leaving Eisen to go to a different meeting. And he was like, hey, be careful. Okay. You don't even know where I am or what I'm doing. He goes, it doesn't matter where you are. One of my friends just got mugged outside of a really nice restaurant at a valet, and they stole his watch. What?
Like, why do you tell us that?
What?
We were on our way
like
to a
I hear
restaurant.
you. Like I'm looking around anyway. Like, he said, so it doesn't matter what part of town you're in. Just be careful. People will jump you.
Crime is up there, or?
I guess.
I don't know. But then anybody walking anywhere near
anyone.
What are you? What's it? I got my sleeves pulled over, my watch. It's bizarre.
L.A.
Yeah.
LA is crazy. You know, there's a skyscraper downtown where like they didn't finish building it, and there's graffiti all over it. It's up. It's probably like 50 floors.
And there's nothing in it.
It's just like concrete.
It's like they started building it. They put glass and everything, but they didn't finish it. So I guess people just in the middle of the night just go and spray paint.
That's cool.
So now it's just art.
Can homeless people stay in it?
I think so. Like now there's gates around it, but I think people just jump the gates.
So that's what I would do, right, if I were homeless. Hey, Scuba lived out there for a long time. Now he moved here. He gets run off the road all the time. If you guys haven't heard that story.
Yeah.
Do you know about this building?
Yeah, they started, I think, in COVID, and it's just been sitting there. No one's moved into it. There's also one in Orlando, too, called the Eyesore and I-4, which you guys probably saw when you were there. Similar, where they built it. It's just been sitting there, and no one's moved into it. It's just vacant.
Why the one in LA? I'm looking at it now. It's actually a lot more finished than I thought it was because there's glass on.
Oh, there's glass.
Why?
I just think because most people left during COVID, there's a mass exodus. They thought maybe at some point people would move into it and take over, but no one's moved into it. I mean, I don't think they fully finished it as well. I think it's just the exterior's finished, but the inside isn't fully done.
And stupid question, like how do you get from the first floor to like the 40th?
Probably stairs.
Oh my goodness.
Stupid question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was like, there's no elevator in there.
You're right, but the answer would be stairs, and then.
Thank you.
But I'm sure, like when we lived in Austin, right? We were younger, so we went out a bunch more. In Nashville, I guess I could ask Morgan this question, but in Austin, if you went in a stairwell in a parking garage, people were it was terrible. Even like a 3-story parking garage, people would just like pee in the stairwell. They'd be so drunk, they'd pee or vomit in stairwells, and you just didn't want to go up and down the stairs if it wasn't a place that was constantly or consistently being cleaned. Is it like it here?
Yeah, I mean, the other day we came out of brunch and there was vomit on the street. So
The street though, like in every stairwell, I felt like in Austin,
It smells like a bathroom.
it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's gross.
it was.
yeah, they're not great here. And also, if you go up on any of the bars on Broadway, they have multiple levels, and those stairs are like so sticky and they're just gross because so many people are drunk stumbling up and down them.
Maybe spilling beer and stuff too.
Yep.
Hey, I want to address the chair contest from yesterday.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And a bit of the controversy, and people are holding me accountable, which is absolutely fair. I was kind of put between a rock and a hard place where Eddie brought a drill, but we never said don't bring a drill. So it started, and we didn't say don't bring tools. I didn't feel like it was the fairest thing, which is why I took it from him after like a third. But I agree that Morgan did lose. However, it wasn't on equal terms once the game started. You did nothing wrong because there
Okay.
wasn't a rule about tools.
Are people upset about this?
Well, people come at me for it because I'm the one that has to enforce the rules. So Eddie did win, but I will acknowledge that I could have stepped in and said, hey, nah, man, you can't use your drill. I just hate doing that when I never said that to begin with, and all he did was play within the rules that were given him.
Yeah, hate the game, not the player.
Hate the
Yeah, hate the game. Because it wasn't in the rules.
The player,
hate the
not
player,
the
not
game.
the game.
Oh. No, don't hate me because I'm the player.
No, but
You know what I mean? Don't hate the player.
no, but you're the player. You're the one who brought it, and they can hate you for it.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't hate the game because the game rule wasn't that you could bring or not bring a drill.
Right.
Okay.
See, how Eddie said it, I agree with that. So it's like our brains think the same.
'cause
I
we're
would-
dyslexic.
That's right. So
Okay, here we
we're
go.
seeing it backwards because I'd be like, yeah, hate the game, not the player. Like,
Exactly.
be mad at the rules, not
Not
Eddie.
me, the player.
I had asked on the show if by accident I had sexually harassed Morgan by saying, hey, your hair looks good. And then we had the whole conversation of what you can say in the office.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, like I didn't think I really sexually harassed her, but some people, we hear stories all the time. Don't talk about people's physical thing. And her hair was different. Hey, your hair looks good. Then I'm like, I might have sexually harassed her. Whatever the crazy rules are now. I felt her sexually harass me back the other day.
Uh-oh.
Morgan.
She was just testing it because it was like about my sweater or something, or I was walking out and she said something to see if I'd feel uncomfortable. I don't even remember what it was, but was that on purpose?
I was testing you to see how you felt, like
Harassed.
in reverse.
Harassed.
What did you say?
I just said, hey, that's a cool sweater. And then I said, oh, those are cool pants.
And that part was to be funny because we said you can't really talk about somebody's pants.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you say cool in front of it, it makes it okay.
Yeah, well, HR will be calling you later. I do that. I turn it on her. But I meant to acknowledge that. As I was walking out, I didn't. But it just felt, it was a great experiment, too, for me because it didn't feel like anything other than, oh, that's just a friend saying what you're wearing is cool.
Which is exactly how I felt when you complimented my hair. So I was trying to see how you felt on the opposite side.
Yeah, I didn't feel like a piece of meat. Although sometimes I would like that. Not by
That'd
any
be
of you
nice.
guys at all.
Who do you want to feel like a piece of meat from? Just people? You just want to be
The
wanted?
common general public. Yeah,
Gen pop.
Gen pop. So I'd be like, man, he's so hot.
Yeah.
I'd never got that. Like good-looking people that like have been like, man, or like get things because they're attractive, or people stare at them because they're attractive. Like that's crazy. I'd love to have that.
Man, it's a rough life.
Here we
It
go.
really is. Sometimes it gets overwhelming, but it is nice because you get preferential treatment.
Do they tell you that, Lunchbox? Like, you're so hot?
You can see in their eyes, like their eyes, they look up and they're like, whoa, like that's a good looking dude.
He's just like
And
really,
some people do say it though.
he's gonna
They
hold
say what? Like
on
what
to
has
this.
been said to you by someone you don't know about your physical looks?
Just like you are like a model.
That's never been said. I don't think you're ugly, but there's no one that's ever come up to you and said you look like a model.
You haven't been there, I guess.
I haven't.
You are like a model.
Yeah.
What kind of model?
I don't. That's all they say. They don't tell me what kind of
Like
model.
a runway model, probably, right?
I don't know.
Like a fitness model or something.
I don't know,
Yeah.
guys. They don't go into detail. They're like, man, like
They just make noises.
I've had girls do that too.
And what would that noise sound like?
No.
Like a piece of that.
Oh, they even say
Yes,
I'd like
it's
a
like-
piece of that.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's like meat.
Dang. Eddie wants to know if I appreciate you guys more. What does that mean?
Yeah, so we went to the Rich Eisen show, and like you filled in for 2 days with other co-hosts, like just other people that you're not used to just doing a show with.
Yeah.
So I wondered, like when you were done with the shows, were you like, "Wow, I really appreciate Eddie Lunchbox and Amy." Like, you know that they're
Morgan and Mike.
everyone,
Ray,
everyone. But like
I feel like
specifically
you don't appreciate everybody right now.
Morgan, Mike,
Yeah.
Abby.
I think I appreciate everybody the same. I was in someone else's system, so it's 2 guys, and they have other jobs where they're going. Where I felt the biggest compliment was the main guy that sits across Chris. And I've done the show before. There were times when he wouldn't be looking at me, and he'd be working on like social media stuff, right? As I'm doing the show, that was the biggest compliment because that meant he felt comfortable enough with a guest host to go back to doing his job and not have to always look at being there as like, okay, I'm going to be there and just pay attention to everything you say to prop you up. So the biggest compliment was that he just did what he normally does after a bit. But I appreciate you guys the same. Different models.
Totally different.
We have one model right there, Lunchbox.
Yes.
Yeah, right here.
He gets told he looks like a model. This show was built on me finding people that I knew outside of the business world and bringing them in and making a show that sounds probably not like the best radio show, but hopefully like a show that people feel like they understand the people. They sound like the people. It's not like we sound. That's a really professional show.
Mm-hmm.
So different.
I
You
thought-
want to compliment? You're great.
No. I thought that it showed me just sitting there watching you do it was like almost like your range as an actor. You know, where like
I took on a serious role.
it's kind of like a comedian taking on a serious role, where it's not like it's a completely different show.
I did full frontal nude.
but it is cool, dude. Like you just go in and like you take over that piece, and then it's a whole new show, different co-hosts, and you just did 4 hours of it.
It's good for me to stretch myself that way and hop into someone else's system. Yes.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Their studio's huge, Amy.
Oh yeah, I looked on the video.
Dude, it's
It's humongous.
humongous.
They're very far apart from each other, which I was surprised by.
and
Oh, like distance wise, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
further than me and Bobby.
Yeah, further.
it probably double.
Oh,
And my vision's so bad. I mean, wonder if anybody's over there.
It's funny you mentioned Chris because like he would be on his computer, and I'd look like, oh, he's like Lunchbox. He's probably Facebook.
No, he was actually working
No,
on
he was
social media.
working.
Yeah,
He was doing
working on
stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're Lunchbox. What are you doing right now on your computer? What's he doing right now, Morgan?
Deleting emails.
He is. He's on his
deleting
email.
emails.
Yep.
He's going through his junk mail.
Yeah. No. My Hotmail is at 96% full, so I'm
Wait, you
Clicking on
still have Hotmail?
yeah. Does the internet still work? So why would I
Yes,
change it?
I mean, I had Hotmail, and then I upgraded to Gmail a long time ago, and it's a great
But
move.
why? Why
Because
upgrade?
it offered me more.
What does it offer you?
Hold on. There's no need to be aggressive.
No, but she just ripped on my Hotmail,
No.
and I'm
No,
here
no.
to
She was
like,
surprised. That'd be like, yeah, I'm over here on AOL. Hold on a second. I'll get off. Let me log off AOL and shut down my MySpace tab. Like that would be similar-ish. Hotmail is still used, but like Gmail or Apple, they actually are able to be used by so many things. Like one account does like 9 different things. Like you have a Gmail account,
can sync
that's
other
Google.
things.
You can sign into like YouTube TV. There's all these things.
But I don't have YouTube TV,
No, it doesn't.
Oh boy.
so why would I?
It doesn't
Your-
have to
or
be
your
that.
Calendars.
It'd be like yes.
Don't have a calendar.
Okay, see? Well, Hotmail
probably
is
why.
good for
You should just do snail mail, bro. Since you have nothing else, just like mail letters.
I
He
mean,
would like to. That's how he wants to pay all of his bills.
I do.
Snail
And I
mail.
do like it whenever someone, like when you're at a place, like your doctors or whatever, and they're like, oh, can we get an email? And I'm like, at hotmail.com. And they're like, hotmail.com? Oh, yep. They look at you a little weird, but what did Hotmail
Or they
do?
look at you like, is he serious?
Like,
Is he messing with?
I feel like Hotmail gets a bad rap. It still does it.
know.
It brings my email to me. It sends email out. It's just like it was back in 98.
I don't think it gets a bad rap. I think it's just not used as much, so people are surprised when someone uses it as their main. But I don't think anybody judges you for it. I don't think Amy's like, "Well, you're an idiot. You use Hotmail." There just aren't a lot of people who use Hotmail as their main mail. It'd be like Yahoo Mail. I used a Yahoo Mail account for a long time. And if someone still said it, I'd be like, hey, more power to you, buddy. I can't. That's crazy. You're still using that? You get on Ask Jeeves for search,
I will say, when I ask people for their email, I've not really got many Hotmail accounts
That's probably accurate, yeah.
handed to me. But, yeah, I still use the Hotmail because everybody still has it. Like, I don't want to go tell everybody, hey, man, I changed my email.
It's not going to break their heart.
No, but it's annoying because what if you miss somebody?
Well, you keep
Who's
them.
emailing you?
That's a good point. Like, who are you worried about missing?
Like that you can't update.
But you can keep both and
But
move.
like my accounts, like
it's like if you change a cell phone number, you can slowly
You
move.
update it, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
What account?
I'm good.
Like
I'm
I
good.
just Googled it and it says it's generally not considered a preferred source for professional or personal use. It
does say that?
And it has a reputation for being associated with spams and scams.
Oh.
Hey, the favorites of OnlyFans models everywhere.
You think they talk about Lunchbox at Hotmail? Like it's his only customer. So they're like, okay, so what do you think Lunchbox wants?
A picture of him is up in the office as
There's only a few more.
the last
Yeah.
original.
And I can't believe you guys don't use the Hotmail.
Did. Yeah, did. I haven't in a while.
But
though.
why pull the plug? What makes it so cool to pull the plug?
But I told you because I have an Apple email address that I use mostly because it goes with my phone, with my computer. I can say so. It's all my television. All the accounts that I use are together, so that makes it easier. They're all integrated. Same thing with I have a Gmail address as well.
You know he created that Hotmail so long ago. It could have something like Hotboy69. Like,
No,
is
His
that-
name?
no, no.
But it
I
can't.
don't think
It's not
it's his
gonna. It's
name.
not gonna be Lunchbox though, because I'm sure he had it before he was Lunchbox.
Yeah.
98, he said.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah. So he wasn't. He wasn't. Then he was
Yeah.
like prom king.
Yes, it's
For
probably
life.
Hey guys, I'm
Prom
back
King
here in
1, 2, 3,
2012 deleting emails from 2012.
Well, why are you doing that right now? Like we're in the middle of the show. There's no reason to.
No, but I'm talking to you as we do it
Okay.
because I can double task.
But there's no reason to task. It doesn't matter.
Have
It-
y'all
it
ever
doesn't
gone
matter.
back to
Like
read?
right here, I got one from checks
Yeah.
in the mail. I got
I
an
cringe when I see stuff I wrote. for
Did you ever
old
just
emails.
like
Yes.
so? Sometimes I just go back. I'll type in a year, like just and then grab back, see what comes up. And I've looked
bag.
at old emails between me and Bobby back in the day, between like when I was first starting on the show, and I was sending like, hey. What do you think about this for show prep? And I'm cringing at it. But you were encouraging. You're like, you're getting on the right track.
I cringe when I see old, and I have a Facebook page, but I have like 20 people I follow. I just basically watch my sister and her kids, like a personal one, and I'll see things that I would post 15 years ago. I was like, oh, I hate me. Mm-hmm. Like if I got in a time machine and I met me, I'd be like, I don't like you.
And the captions. They're
yeah,
so
no,
dumb.
it was all bad. It was all bad. I saw a picture of Blake Lively working behind the counter at a donut shop in Connecticut.
looked good.
Obviously, as like image rehabilitation, but
But
her image rehabilitation needs just to be go away for a while.
Because like, how does working at a donut shop make her normal?
Look at me, I'm just doing something fun like normal people do. This is giving out donuts.
Oh, she's giving them away. Okay.
Well, no, but just like work. I'll read you the story. Blake Lively's in her self-described happy place. The actress, 37, surprised fans by working behind the counter at a donut shop in Connecticut. Baking with genius food friends and their kitchen mixer the size of a car. She wrote alongside a photo of a kitchen tool on Instagram from People. A source tells People that Lively was in a happy mood during the visit. At one point, a father and son chatted with Lively, and the dad told his child her husband's Deadpool. Lively has highlighted her love of baking. So, let me get in the news for something that's good. It's just real bad right now.
Yeah.
And so I think the best way sometimes, because I think pretty much you can bounce back from anything if you don't hurt an animal or a kid or kill somebody, you can bounce back. And maybe some roads are longer than others. But I think she should just chill for a while. Give it a 1.5 year break. I'm sure she has projects, but just chill. Because this looks so contrived. But the donuts do look good. I'm not going to lie. The donuts do.
Now, is it? Oh, I feel like it's over for whoever loses this case, right?
They may settle.
Because I feel like whoever loses is just going to be ripped apart.
Both sides are getting ripped apart. I think now he's taken the lead because he made the website and
Yeah.
posted everything on the website. And
I mean, if you were him, would you settle? I would feel like I would want to.
I know.
If I was truly,
I'm sure they want it to be over, though. I'm sure he wants it to be over, too, because he was the bad guy that Justin Baldini forever.
True.
For months, everybody hated him because they were the first ones out. They were the first to market with, this is why the situation is bad and toxic. And
which is
yeah,
why I feel like maybe he may have more incentive to
Agree.
not settle because
agree.
it's like, ugh.
I could also see that he's exhausted of it. and just wants it to go away and could make a bunch of money and everybody in his industry would know. But we also forget about things so quickly as like the public that's not involved. Dude, she'll be fine in a year if she just goes away. Nobody will care. Nobody will care.
I will say, I've learned his name now. I didn't know who he was.
I didn't either.
Like he is now on the front of everything, and he has a shot to have a pretty good career, I think. I don't know if he's a good actor.
he had one.
No idea.
Yeah.
Did he?
I don't know.
I've
I
never
didn't
heard
know
of
him
him.
before, but I mean, I know him only from this, and I learned only from this. I didn't like him at all at first. He seemed like a bad dude, but then you realize, oh, they just led in the narrative, and he waited. When he put the website out, like all the stuff, like all the everything was like full dump. I was like, oh.
So
God.
did y'all watch Jane the Virgin?
What is that?
Back in the day? Oh, he was in that. So I guess that's where I first knew him from. And then he has other projects, I know. And he wrote a book.
So what do we think?
And
Do
he
we
has
do,
a
do we
podcast.
think
And
that they
has a
were in
podcast.
love and then they broke up?
Yeah. So this is only speculation. I feel like I've been on that part of TikTok. I'm not as much anymore, but I was on it for like 2 weeks. Like Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, TikTok. Once everything came out, as far as he released all the stuff on his own website so everybody could see. What it feels like to me is that Ryan Reynolds is a massive control freak. Like that is the thing that I take as his massive control freak. Now, was it because he felt like something was happening between those two? Because I did read a little text that was kind of flirty between her and him. And they were doing, he's hot, she's hot. They were doing, in a movie scenes, I'm sure human things happen and feelings happen. The Taylor Swift stuff got kind of crazy when she was using Taylor as basically a weapon. Like, I'm Khaleesi and I have my dragons, and Taylor's one of the dragons.
Oh.
And then there's a reason she wasn't at the Super Bowl with Taylor like she was last year. Like, Taylor's like, I don't want to be part of this. So it felt like a big power play. When they had the premiere, they made, I can ask Movie Mike this too, but he like had to go down in the bottom, like in the basement.
Yeah, I kept them separate. They
They
didn't do
had to
any of
keep
the
them
press
separate.
together.
Yeah, they she had her own. She was editing her. It felt like they bullied him a bit, and I do not know any of what I'm saying is accurate other than what I've watched, but it seems to me, and Amy, I'd like to know what it seems to you like Ryan Reynolds got upset, is the most powerful of all, and created pretty much all of this from him being upset for whatever reason he was upset.
That's a theory that I've heard from other people, and that's the one I lean towards. Like, that's the one that
What? Van
resonates with me
Wilder?
the most, is that, yeah, there was something that he felt threatened by, or something went on, and then he orchestrated like okay, this is the takedown, and this is how we're going to handle it, because I'm not going to be embarrassed by this.
He made fun of him in Deadpool and did Nice Pull, and it made no sense. That character had no context in the movie.
Yeah, they said that was kind of made it a jab at him.
Yeah. And so,
I think you even put some lines in there that were references to things.
yeah. So we don't know. Like anything else, we don't know. What's crazy is, speaking of we don't know, and it's going to come out Friday, I did an interview with Amanda Knox, and it was like, over half an hour, and that was 2007. Am I going accurate with the year? Where Amanda Knox she was like an exchange student, or she was living abroad, going to school in Italy. She was 20 years old. They found her roommate dead, and they're like, she did it. Amanda Knox did it. She's on trial in Italy. She's convicted. She's in jail for years. They appeal. She wins the appeal. They reconvict her. But just watching the news, she did it. And there wasn't social media now. There wasn't people, podcasts that were doing true crime. But watching the news at the time, you're like, yeah, she probably did it. Look, she's young and pretty, and yeah, I probably don't like her because she's young and pretty, and I'm not, and so she probably did it. Like, that was generally how people felt. And then once it was 2007, Amanda Knox was catapulted into global infamy after being accused of a 2007 murder of her British roommate Meredith Kircher during a study abroad program in Perugia, Italy. May not be saying that right, but that's what I remember. And then now, once all the facts come out about the DNA, once how they just messed up all the evidence, and it seems to me like a lot of it was because they identified her. They wanted to have somebody that they could say did it and have the victory of, we found him, the murderer is now found, let's move on, and the American villain. And she didn't do it. And so, but I talked with her for it comes out Friday on the Bobbycast, and she was awesome. Like,
Yeah, it was interesting.
oh yeah, you were in here listening.
Yeah, I was in here deleting emails, but paying attention.
Back from 91.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's us though, because the media paints us in certain ways to look. You should see it this way because we're giving you the narrative, so it's the only narrative we see. Especially back then, I could do the Duke lacrosse thing. That's the most famous one ever.
man.
Oh, that one was
Where that didn't happen. They didn't rape her.
And I'm sure there are still people that don't know the follow up on that because you just read it and you take it for what it is and you move on with your life.
And they were like supposed to be the number one lacrosse team, and they got their season. Boom. See ya.
Yeah. So
Oh, not bad.
all that to say, I really try not to formulate an opinion unless I feel like I have seen some anti-bias information. And it's really hard to find anti-bias information. Like really hard. So that's why I'm like, I don't really know what happened with those two, but if you were to ask me based on what I read through some of like the legal documents that have been filed, like it seems like if I'm going to be friends with one of them, it'd probably be Justin Baldoni. 'Cause it seems like Ryan Reynolds, probably not the best dude, and Blake Lively.
Who knows?
Same.
So now I got to look at Ryan Reynolds all different.
The thing is, you won't because
He seems so-
in 9 months, well, everybody moves on. Nobody like got stabbed. A kid didn't get hurt. A dog didn't get kicked.
But it's pretty
people
bad
move on.
to. I mean, I don't know what they accuse. They say a sexual. Like, what did they?
No, there was no assault. Like
Okay, so
like
not-
made uncomfortable with some of
Okay.
them, right?
You know what I mean? Like,
You guys can correct me. I'm just going from mine. I think it was like made to feel uncomfortable in the workplace.
okay, making sure there's not any like false accusations of like.
It does.
inappropriate-
The legal filing accuses Mr. Baldoni, and Wayfair CEO Jamie Heath. Who's that?
That's his partner.
Of disturbing behavior and repeated sexual harassment.
Not partner like
Ooh.
life partner. He has a wife, like partner in that Wayfair. But like he's the
Business
CEO
partner?
of that. Yeah, like
Got
he's involved in that.
Not the.
Not the where we got
Right.
the shares.
No, not Wayfair.
Oh, that's what I thought.
No.
Oh, really?
I was like, dang.
No.
Anyway, my point is she should just chill because that all that does is it's too new to the controversy. Just to hide out for a little bit. We're gonna forget anyway. And that story about her, if true, where she walks out with the phone and starts recording the other girl,
Oh man,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
so
and she's
bad.
like, "How do you like it when you're being recorded,
The next day.
dude?" That
It's so
That's
bad,
crazy.
Psychotic.
man.
and psychotic, if true, and like apparently, if true, allegedly, Blake Lively's bodyguard was taking a picture of the girl license plate,
Yeah.
and then if the hotel gave that crew that
Inform-
girl's information,
So yeah, Wayfair is technically considered
what
a production company.
Wayfair or
Wayfair.
Wayfarer?
Well, I don't know. I've been saying it Wayfair, but if
It's
I'm looking at it
Wayfarer.
phonetically, Wayfarer Studios.
Oh, like the
it's
sunglasses.
the production company that also was behind the movie It Ends With Us, and so that's his partner in the Wayfair Entertainment
Got
Studios.
it. Yeah. Anyway, go away. That's what I would say. That'd be my advice. People will forget. People will forget very, very, very quickly. If as long as the bad things aren't done. Let's go. Give me voicemail number 5, Ray.
Good morning, Bobby. Good morning, studio. I just wanted to let you know that me and my wife will be coming to Nashville Saturday for the Challenge Mania live show. And I know Lunchbox is a huge Challenge real-world fan like I am. So I was just wondering, is he coming to the show, or did he even know anything about it?
Huh. Did I know about it? I'm going to be interviewing all them suckers. That's right. We're going to have a big old panel up here at the studio. Yeah. Woo!
Really?
Oh,
Yes. I
That's
said to
fun.
Bobby, I was like, Bobby, I don't want to step on your toes. I know like you like doing interviews,
No,
but
you didn't say anything to me. Scuba said, "Hey, do we want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, it sounds great. If he wants to do it,
Dumb.
bring him up and we can use it on the podcast next week. That'd be great." Yeah. Anyway,
Why do you make stuff up like
Hey,
that?
Bobby, let me
Lunchbox?
tell you something.
that's why I told him. I said, "You listen here.
We had a meeting.
You let me take control of this one."
He ran with that one pretty good.
What do you think? What is it though? Like, who is it? What is it?
dude, it's the Godfather. Mark Long, he was the OG. And you got Paulie, who came from Big Brother. He's a big, I mean, people hate him. Like, I mean, it's just going to be great. I think it's going to be great.
So you're coming up to interview them when?
Friday afternoon,
Okay.
early evening.
And it'll be on. We'll play a little bit of it on the show, I'm sure, next week, and then
Yeah.
we'll do a full podcast.
We'll play a lot of it. It's going to be
We'll play
News,
a
please.
little bit of it on the show.
maybe an hour's worth.
I guess unless he really tells me. If he gives me the what's for, I'll probably give me voicemail number 2, Ray.
Morning, studio. I was just calling to shout out my husband. We had an awful breaking point in December, and he is 90 days sober from alcohol and gambling. I love him so much. He chooses every day for me and our 1-year-old and for himself. You guys have been a beacon of light in our relationship separately and together, and I just wanted to say thank you for that, and if you could give him a big shout out. 90 days, forever to go. Thanks, guys.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Congratulations. One day at a time.
Really cool.
Then those one days end up being 10, 20, 90. Good luck. That's really cool. Congratulations. Give me one more, right? Number one.
Hey, Bobby, I am a teacher, and I've got a senior that I am just trying to help get over the finish line and graduate this year. It's my spring break, so this would kind of be the perfect opportunity to maybe play a game and win some shoes, potentially. I would love the opportunity. These shoes would be going towards my student who's just had a rough school year, but I'm proud of him, and I think he can finish strong. But I was hoping to use this as a little bit of graduation motivation.
I'm into it. Scuba, can you call and...
Vet.
No, I believe her.
Oh.
But if it's my shoes, I only have one size. They're 11s.
Yeah, I imagine she probably heard the show and
Okay.
knew their size 11.
Call, and if
Yeah.
so, let's bring her on.
All right, cool.
That'd be cool. I can show you guys, the guy that called was like, my son's been saving up his money.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me just buy him a pair of shoes, but just say it's from you. These are the ones I bought them. And they're size 4s. I don't have kids, so I'm learning about sizes. There's size 4, then there's size 4 big, which means big kid.
Yeah.
The size 4, there's size 4 like young kid. I almost bought the size 4 for bait toddler.
Like tiny.
Yeah. So these are the Jordans that I bought him. I have the exact same pair. So I want that kid to buy his own, and the kid won't see this. But these are the ones that I bought him. Is these?
Oh, those are
Oh,
cool.
cute.
Black and reds. I have these exact ones, and I love them. And so we'll mail those over to him. But those are the ones
I
that
mean, how old was the kid?
11.
11. That's about 11 size.
And he had But we
Man,
knew his size.
Yeah, I know. I just
Or
worried.
8, 4 or 8. What?
No, he's a 4.
Okay.
He's a 4. Because I remember thinking like, oh, my daughter's 17 and she's a 4.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a
Her foot's tiny.
Yeah,
small kid.
I just thought maybe you should have got a 5.
So he could
'cause they
grow
grow
into
so
it.
quick.
It's gonna
Guys,
be like
I'm not his
a
dad.
month and a half, and he's gonna be out of those
straight,
shoes.
I'm not his dad. All I was told was the size and the size the kid was going to buy, so I bought them.
Yeah, that's how we do it. 2 sizes bigger.
Yep.
Make it last for a year.
Okay, I didn't have that in me. I didn't know. I don't have kids, so
But to make you feel better, he wears a 3.5 now, so he will grow into a size
Great.
4.
Much
See,
better.
there you
Okay.
go.
Yeah,
That's-
there you go. Bobby's already thinking about it.
I wasn't. But man, I did feel like shamed for no reason there.
No,
It's
you
like-
don't know, but
like I want to help this kid.
No,
I
we were just trying to help the kid even
Yeah,
more.
but also that's
saved
the
up his
size
own money,
he...
and then he's like, "Oh, I would have bought him 1.5." Well, you didn't buy him crap. What do you mean you'd have bought
Right,
him?
Eddie? I mean, that's
Hey,
not-
cancel that real world thing, Scuba.
Whoa!
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cancel that.
All right.
Let's do a mid roll. Ray, you good on that? Take a little break.
Yep.
All right, cool.